So this morning I'm gonna do the horse chores and put out some hay. So I've got these dogs with me, and they like to chase the cats. There's not as many cats in here as there used to be, that's for sure. We got old Peaches right here, super mellow cat. Just eggs on the dogs. Come on. All right. There's my grain. I think I'll do the young ones first. A lot of our horses are out in the horse pastures. There's not too many over here now. And they know it's snack time. Hey kids, these two are yearlings, and then that black horse there is definitely not a yearling. Don't know why they think they need to tip their buckets over all the time. I usually just put some in two of these. They want to spread out a little bit. And this is a group I'm going to put hay out in, so what I'm going to do is just shut this gate. Because our skid steer's out in the field, out in the hay field, so I can't squeeze through that gate. I've got to come all the way around the arena and through here. So I'll just make a circle and open up all my gates. I'm gonna throw 2 bales in there. And then I think I'm going to put some down at the end of the alley with the other group of horses, because they're getting kind of low. I might just put 1 bale out because there's just 2 horses in there. And like I say, they're just kind of low. Okay, I don't know how that was changed. That'll work. This way will not work. Maybe this one can go that way and stay put. Are you going to stay put? Okay. I think it will stay. Then I can swing this one back this way and tie it to this post, kind of wedge it back there like that. It shouldn't take much. Are you gonna stay put? I think it'll stay put. There, that gives me a lot bigger hole than going around that gate sticking out. Had a fire yesterday. In fact, Garrett would probably be helping me right now, but he's kind of not feeling very good. Kind of breathed in a little extra smoke. It's not very good, but we were going to go to church and go fishing and see some of his friends, and decided not to go, so he must really not be feeling good. He was kind of looking forward to that, and a lot of it's my fault. We went and fought that fire, and we were the first ones there, and we didn't have water with us or anything. It was just shovels and side by side, and we were luckily there was no wind, so we were just kind of patting the fire out. We were kind of on the wrong end of stuff. Just getting smoke right in our face. So it wasn't very smart on my part. and we weren't doing too much good. But people started showing up, and we had, I think there was 4 or 5 ranch rigs that had, 300-gallon tanks on them, and we got it put out pretty good, pretty quick. Had some neighbors show up with all their kids. We had a lot of help, and they brought a leaf blower, and that leaf blower put out a lot of the fire. And I wish I would have, even if I would have known to take a leaf blower, which now I do. Our leaf blowers are actually in the tractors, which are out in the hayfield, the opposite direction of the fire. So I probably wouldn't have went and got them anyway. So this is what I'm gonna do. I got these horses fed. I'm gonna let these in this alley right here, I'm gonna let them eat that up. And then I'm gonna lock them down at the end so I could open up my gates and come through here with hay. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw a bell in. You can see their feeder over there. It's kind of low. I don't really need it. I don't know. I might look at that a little closer when I'm over there. There's only 2 horses in there, and it looks like there's probably at least 2 bells worth of hay in that 4-bell feeder down there, so I might not do that. All right, I don't think I'm gonna put any hay out there for those. There's only 2 horses in here, and this one's easy to get to as far as when we do have to put hay out, but I need to get these horses out here, throw them a little bit of alfalfa just to keep them happy for a little bit, and I'll get them out here so I can have my gates all opened up to put hay out. Now I'll just finish opening up my gates. I'll go get my tractor and get those bells taken out. A couple years ago, my son accidentally kind of popped the clutch when this was sitting right in front of that door and kind of caved that door in. We're able to, from the inside, push it and bend it back out. So it was this grapple button. I had to replace it a couple years ago, and the one that they sent me, it actually doesn't spring back. So as soon as you close the button, it either opens or shuts unless you manually change it. And it's not very ideal, but it was kind of a pain in the butt to do, and I haven't swapped it out for the right one, just because we don't use this loader too much. Occasionally to put out hay like this, and it's kind of our emergency backup. Was it 3 winters ago? We had a terrible winter, and we had some cattle down at the West Place, and we couldn't get there with our big tractors that have our feeder on them. So luckily, the guy that we had working for us at the time down there had this loader, and so he would use this loader to go feed that group of cows. It worked out great. They were really close to a stack yard, and he didn't have to travel far. I can't remember how much he was feeding. It might have been like 5 bells or something, and so he would just take this out there and kind of unroll them, and it kind of saved our butt, because it was probably a good 10 days before we can get a tractor down there. We kind of got to wait for the county to come take care of the snow on the roads. We've learned over the years just to not even fight it, just to wait, because the county will come out and do it as soon as the wind goes down. And it might not have been 10 days, but it was a solid week that we couldn't get back and forth. But yeah, we've learned to just let the county do it and not fight it. Now if the meadows are froze, if the ground's froze and you can get around on the meadow, you're usually all right. But once you get alongside the hills where it drifts real bad, because it blows all across the meadows and sets on the hills, which is where the road is, you've got problems. And so we just don't even fight it. So I'm gonna try to fit this in, even though it's got this little partial bill. I'm gonna put this on this end first. What I might do is take this partial bell and throw it in a different feeder on my way out, because I don't know if I can get two in here with that one in there. Then I'm gonna come back later and I'm gonna, before I let these horses back in, I'm gonna cut these twine off. We started cutting the twine off when we went to this plastic solar twine. It was before, when we were using the sisal twine, we never cut it off. It wasn't really ever a problem, but we don't want those horses to get wrapped up in it. So, and then if we use net wrap, we cut the net wrap before I ever even pick it up. But it kind of makes a mess. Then I'm scattering hay from all the way to the feeder if we cut them off that early. So I've got this little bit of hay. What I might do, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it in this bell ring. There's no horses in here now, and there probably won't be for a while, but there's nothing wrong with this hay. They'll eat it. I don't know why those young ones weren't. Horses are the pickiest eaters in the world. This is all primo horse hay, or cow hay, but not to the horses. They are picky. It'll be the same hay off the same meadow, and they just won't touch one of the bales, and they'll eat the other ones gone. So I'll go grab another bale. The AC in this tractor is excellent. It's actually fairly warm today. I don't know, it's probably about 80. We had our first frost a couple nights ago, which is crazy, about a month early. So between that and the tall sunflowers, I don't know if that means it's going to be a bad winter or not. We will find out. Right, done. I think I spend more time moving around horses and opening up gates than actually putting out hay when I do this. That's all right. I'll head back and park the tractor and come back and move my gates, move my horses, cut my twine off. All right, now I'll cut my twine off. And I like these hook knives. They're great for twine. In fact, this is usually just what I carry around with me most of the year. The only time I carry a normal smooth pocket knife is in the spring when we're going to brandings and stuff. But I'm bad about carrying around those kind of knives that they end up getting going through the washer because I forget that I have them. I leave them in my pocket. But yeah, we like to pull this twine off just so nothing gets wrapped up in it. No horses get wrapped up in it. Like I say, when we did sisal for years, we wouldn't cut that off just because it rots enough that it's usually not a problem. By the time we're putting it out for our horses and stuff, it can break pretty easy, and it's just not much of a problem. Getting a drink there, Paddington? That dog's hot. Unless it's 30 degrees out. Both of you guys drinking out of that. How you doing, Dora? Yes, that horse is named Dora. My son's not too happy about that. But tentatively, that horse is named Dora. Friendliest horse. Oddly friendly. When she was a newborn out in the pasture, not a newborn, but through that summer, she was 3-4 months old. She'd come right up to you to get scratches. Friendlier. She's almost too friendly. She's kind of in the way. And you're getting better too, aren't you, Strawberry? This one doesn't really have a name yet, but kind of strawberry roan. So, Dora, you're not wanting any pets or anything, huh? Okay. Got those horses back in from the end of the alley, and I'll be done with my chores for today. Might watch some football. Yeah, you can't get out yet. Oh, you guys are wanting to go see the cats, aren't you? Watch this. Go. Good. What do you think, Boomer?